Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. So, as a lot of you guys may know, I did say on Discord a while ago that I was quitting Minecraft, but that kind of changed from taking a break originally I was fine without Minecraft for a period of time because honestly I was enjoying other games besides Minecraft, and also the game was getting a little boring and stale. And it's not like it's exactly a hype energy fun like it was in early 2020 or late 2019, because those were the times when I was going for #1 on Solo Skywars. And honestly, I would love to keep playing CubeCraft more, but at the same time, due to all these issues that I'm going to be mentioning in this video, it's really hard to do that. And also, I do want to specify this video real quick. I am doing Mineplex gameplay in the background because it's just to keep my point proven and or whatever, so people aren't like, oh, if you don't like this server so much, why are you playing it? So that's why I'm having Mineplex gameplay in the background. Also, Mineplex actually is KB that, I don't know, it's not like really, really good KB, but it's still pretty fun to play on. Kind of like, it's the closest thing I'm going to get to Cube KB, so yeah. But, or OKB, I should say. Hey, but, basically, that's not the whole point. It's about my break and everything. In here, I wanted to discuss why I've been, like, trying to avoid Cube a lot lately, rather than grind it consistently like I used to throughout pretty much 2020, the entirety of 2020, because that was the year where I was pretty much doing everything CubeCraft. I mean, I was still doing other stuff, but still. Oh, and I felt like as the year went on, it progressively got worse in terms of everything else. In December of 2020, that's when I was starting to really grind and try to get into 20K before the end of the year, and I succeeded. And it's really cool knowing that I got 10,000 wins in a year, which is actually nice. But okay, I keep going off topic, but still, this is why I can't do commentary. But yeah, and for those who are just saying, just do scripted then. I don't want to take the time to write a script. It's just not gonna work, and it just takes too much time just for a single video. And I would rather prefer just me talking. So yeah. But without further ado, I'm just going to hop right into the issues, because there's a lot of issues with CubeCraft I have listed to the side right now, and some of them there's like quite a bit of depth to them, but some of them it's like a quick mention and then move on, but still. Oh, and also, I do want to say this real quick. If there are any issues or any bugs or problems with CubeCraft that I did not specify in this video, because I'm mainly specifying the ones that most of them are really obvious, but some of them are also not that obvious. So, yeah. But, alright, let's get right into the video. Okay, so starting off with issue #1, server lag. So, that's pretty obvious to most people. Oh, and I mean, sometimes the server, or a good majority of the time, the server isn't laggy, so fair play on that. But from what I've seen, whenever I play late at night on the weekends, like, for example, somewhere around midnight, then it feels as if though it lags way more than it does during the day. Whereas it feels like there's more people on during the day rather than an hour or so before midnight, and the server lags at that time. And even then, during the day, it sometimes lags pretty bad, but it's not like it's consistent lag or whatever, but still, it's like the server is constantly lagging not from time to time, but quite a bit. It lags quite a bit. It's not like excessive lag, which is good. As I said, it mostly isn't laggy, but it's still pretty laggy, quite a bit, but yeah. And also, there are a lot of things that happen with server lag that kind of mess up my games for me or whatever, but I don't know. And sometimes I can't tell if it's my lag or if it's the server's lag, because generally whenever I check my ping is just fine, but sometimes whenever I'm streaming and I'm going into duels or anything, and yes, I know the streaming factor, but at the same time, I've streamed plenty of times and done duels in the past before, and I don't lag, but that progressively changed over time. It got laggier in duels whenever I streamed, which doesn't make much sense because my Wi-Fi didn't change. I can say that. That all that really changed was I got Ethernet, but even then, that's supposed to make my Wi-Fi better. So what's it? If I feel laggier in duels, like, and that's a thing that progressively happens over time, then there's a problem. But yeah, glitches and server issues. So I'm gonna say number one real quick: crits. It's or critical hits, and let me just say real quick for those out there who are like really competitive players on Cube who play it all the time, you will understand what I'm talking about. Specifically, if you've seen my last video, stuff like that exists. And here's the thing, glitches like that, they've been around for a while now. They've been around for like a week or so. I don't know. And there's nothing that's been done about it. I even made a bug report. It said, "Oh yeah, we got back to you." Or actually, no. Like what they said was, "Oh yeah, we got. Oh yeah, thank you for sending this bug report. This thing's already been reported. We're working on it." But even then, why does it take this long to fix a simple bug like that? Is it just like, for example, let's take the gap hitting glitch. The gap hitting glitch was around for a while, and all of a sudden, it took way too long to get fixed. Like, that's the thing with Cube. They have a tendency to take way too long on certain bugs. They instead prioritize more cosmetic bugs. Like, for example, the other day I saw a terracotta direction and as a bug fix. What? Why do we need that as a bug fix, terracotta direction? We don't care about decoration. Fix the mechanics of the game. Like, that's what I've noticed what CubeCraft staff do. They prioritize cosmetics over mechanics. Like, so, instead of prioritizing PvP mechanics or anything that affects gameplay, they rather prioritize over cosmetics. Yeah, it's cool. It makes the server look good with cosmetics, but not that important. Might as well save it for later. Or maybe just as a little side project for when you're... Maybe just as a little side project or whatever. But an idea I have is you could probably just do like, what's it? In a whole bug fix update or whatever, you could make it so there's some here that are cosmetic fixes, some here that are PvP or mechanical fixes. But I mainly just see cosmetic related stuff. But more on the staff later. But for now, let's get back to the crits, because I kind of dazed off way too much there. But crits, as you guys may have seen lately, have been getting abused way too much. For example, there's something called jump resetting now, which I think it's been around for a while, actually. Hold on, let me look. Okay, so I just looked at a bunch of videos, or I just looked at the dates of a bunch of videos, and they're all from like a few months ago, so I think it all started becoming a tradition a couple months ago, but still. Jump resetting, I guess that's fine, but my main problem is the fact that I'm seeing people do something like time their jumps when they're going in a duel to get that one extra crit. And then they're getting that one extra crit, and they're jump resetting. The combination of that, it's fucking annoying and stupid. Like, I don't know why it's a thing. And also, yeah, as you guys saw by that video I posted the other day, you can walk forward and get crits. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know why Cube would... If Cube added that intentionally, I've lost faith in the staff team. I'd give up on the staff team if they added that intentionally. Okay, but I guess they didn't, considering I did a bug report and they said, "Oh yeah, we're working on it." But I don't know, man. It's just a really stupid thing that got added, because now nons that just walk forward and click have a higher advantage, I mean, they can still get combo, but at the same time, if they're just walking forward and clicking, then they can openly just do a lot of damage to you, and they don't even have to try. The doesn't much make sense. And also another thing I noticed is that the at 1.16 is pretty much the go-to version if you're doing duels with someone. Because from what I've seen, 1.16 gives less KB. It does stuff like give you better hit registration, have you lag less, and it's just better in almost every way. It pretty much solves a lot of issues that 1.17 has. And that's the thing. Some people are 1.16, some people aren't. So those 1.17 people are going to have to suffer against 1.16 people. And you know what? Fine. Like, honestly, if you have the ability to demote versions, then I guess that works. But, because even then, I was the one who helped join in on protesting for 1.16 back. But even then, I can't be asked with going on 1.16 because there is one bug on there that ruins the whole version for me. The inability to break blocks. You can't break blocks on 1.16. And therefore, it's pretty much a duels only thing. So if I find anyone on 1.16 and I know they're on 1.16, I could just surround them in a box and annoy the shit out of them. And I don't know why that's a thing. Even then, I don't know if it's a CubeCraft thing or a Hive thing or not a Hive thing, or CubeCraft thing or a server-wide thing. Even then, if it's a server thing, it really needs to be fixed because I want to be able to go on 1.16 and to actually have an advantage rather being stuck on 1.17, whereas 1.16 players can easily win a fight against me, and then they'll be like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I killed Transparental, the #1 solo Skywars player today. In which I've been trying to care less about if someone posts something about me, but I don't know, no promises. Even then, I don't know, man. But they need to fix 1.16, and also, I don't know why Minecraft versions on Bedrock Edition keep having their exact animations changed. It's laggier, it's buggier. I don't know why each version gets progressively worse in terms of PvP mechanics. But even then, I don't think that's going to be something we're going to see the end of unless Mojang all of a sudden decides, hey, guys, let's just adjust this a little bit. It'll probably be better. And now let's talk about the KB. So the KB, as a lot of you guys may know, it got updated pretty much at the beginning of 2021 this year. And essentially, in December 2020, they were also doing a little KB testing thing, in which it was pretty cool. Well, honestly, at the time, I was actually really hyped for the KB because I wanted more skill-based KB because at the time, the KB on Cube was already broken up and everything, and it just wasn't really working. And I don't know, it wasn't really that fun to play on at the time. I mean, actually, it was kind of fun. It actually was pretty fun. Even though it wasn't that great for doing duels, it was still really fun to do stuff like Skywars or whatever and have fun in those. But looking on it now, I feel like all they had to do was make the old KB a lot more consistent, and it definitely would have been. They definitely could have gone off with that because if they made the KB more consistent, and people always took like a lot of KB or at least a decent amount of KB, not a lot, but a decent amount of KB whenever they were getting hit, unlike the KB that they were taking with the old KB. I feel like it would have been a lot more fun and a lot better to. I feel like it would be a lot more fun to play with that KB. And don't get me wrong, the new KB I actually kind of like it, but at the same time, I feel like the new KB has done quite a few things that I'm not very fond of. Number one, CubeCraft is adjusting it in ways that just make the KB pretty much worse than the original. Pretty much like worse than the original KB. And what's it? I even put out a poll the other day asking you about this. And some people, and a lot of people actually agreed. It was like a 78% to 22% ratio. But I'm not sure if people meant exactly like, they adjust the new KB or something, or like an update to the KB, like, right? Like the KB we have now, an update to that. But I'm just gonna assume that people meant like the old KB. And even then, this is what I'm reading off of people. It is absurdly easy to combo on the new KB. With the old KB, I had to actually try and maintain combo on the new KB. Just W tapping with 17 CPS is enough to get a combo going. I mean, it essentially pretty much is. I mean, obviously, it's a little skill based W tap, like to learn your W taps and time them properly, because that's where you can get crits and stuff. But still, Slinky Gnu even agreed. Hey, what else? What else? What else? And pretty much everyone else agreed. Some people, there were a couple of people who disagreed, but there was also, let's say, there were also a lot of people down there in the comments that are agreeing. And it was like 67 votes, by the way, 78% to 22%. So quite a few people actually missed the old KB. If I would have put this on the CubeCraft F site or whatever, then I can guarantee not that many people would probably. I can guarantee there wouldn't be that many people saying, "Oh yeah, we want the old KB back," because that's the thing. And I can guarantee there are going to be a lot of Hive Sweats who have come over from CubeCraft who just don't want the old KB back, but rather they're going to be like, no, keep the new KB. Hey, so that's why I'm not going to bother putting it on on the CubeCraft forums, I should say. Hey, but I don't know. I could try it sometime, but I just know what the result is going to be because as I'm sure a lot of people just really didn't like the old KB, or they probably did like, or they did like the old KB, but they liked this one better. But I guess it's worth a shot sometime. And even then, and also another thing with the new KB is it brought over a lot of hive sweats, toxic hive sweats, and from what I've heard from the hive community, it is extremely toxic. Like, and from what I've heard, I really don't want to associate myself with the Hive community. And then there's also really toxic players on there who, if they die, they'll probably spam you to KYS or whatever. I mean, I haven't dealt with it before. Actually, on second thought, I did have someone telling me to KYS. As I was on my alt, and what's it? I killed someone. I third party them twice. First time they said, "I just had two people come at me. You're not cool for killing a third. Dog shit. Die." And then the next thing they said after I killed him again was, "All you do is third party in all caps. You can't fight by yourself." Also in all caps. What a disappointment in all caps. So yeah, you can just tell that Hive is a very interesting server. I'm not saying everyone on Hive is toxic, but it just doesn't seem like a server that I'd play on consistently. Next subject, the staff team. Now, as you guys may have heard, I already talked about the staff team pretty much prioritizing cosmetics over mechanics. And by that, you guys know what I mean. They're prioritizing stuff like fucking terracotta blocks, terracotta direction, over fixing crits on their server, which like you can get just by walking and clicking. But there's more to that than just what there is. So number one, as you guys may have seen, this is really obvious at this point, several known players have been getting false banned for cheating by Sentinel, and there's a benefit and a downside to this. With this new system, Sentinel has been starting to ban more cheaters, even though there are still quite a few cheaters on Cube. But the problem is, there's too many false bans to count. I'm still concerned to the point where, let's see, I'm always just expecting to get false banned, but surprisingly, I haven't gotten false banned yet. Although I can guarantee I could get false banned one day. Probably just for jump bridging, honestly. Or for bridging in a certain way. I don't even know, man. Like, just the other day, I asked a friend about, like, what's it? I talked to a friend about the anti-cheat. He said his friend had hacked on CubeCraft to see how long it would take him to get banned. He used the most blatant hacks, like B-Hop, Reach, Kill Aura, Anti-KB. It took him a couple hours to get banned. Like, what? If anything, I could have lived with like an hour or half an hour, but a couple hours? What? And then even then, in terms of false bans, and there are still quite a few staff members from Java Edition who moderate Bedrock Edition, as in they go on the forums, they look at the people, and then they don't even know the mechanics of Bedrock. So if they see something that's not hacking, but because they've never seen it before on Java, they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy's cheating. Bye bye." Like, there's even this one stupid staff. I'm not gonna say their name, but there's this one stupid staff that's denied my reports of blatant cheaters because I can't see this IGN. And which, if you zoomed in and had a good computer for, or had good quality for, then you could see the IGN. Also, another thing I want to discuss is the punishment system. So if you guys may have heard about Elgara 16, Sweet Kentucky, let's just say they both like kids. I mean, I haven't heard anything about them sexualizing children in a while, but still they did it, so yeah, I don't think they're physically gonna be forgiven because they were fucking grooming kids. I don't know why you would want to do that, but yeah, it happened. And essentially, I put up a player safety report against Elgara just to see. I put up a player safety report against him just so I could see if he could get banned. And guess what happened? So, first time around, I sent the reports, and they were like, hey, were there any recent incidents? Because I sent that like 6 months after I got the screenshots. Or a little later, and then I told them, no, I don't. But then they still accepted the report, obviously, but all they did was they banned him from the Discord. They just banned him from their Discord, and even then, he's unbanned now. Like, what's it? I'm looking at the CubeCraft Discord right now. He's still in the Discord for some reason, or this is all. Oh, but even then, he still kind of uses that. And the thing is, he got off with as getting banned from the Discord was just a slap on the wrist. Sweet Kentucky, I don't think he got any punishment really. I think he just got his name ruined. And what else? Who else? So there's this guy named RedP6969. And I'm honestly just gonna say his name because literally the entire community knows about him anyways. So yeah. Essentially, he started posting a lot of videos just trash talking CubeCraft players. There's like, for example, like literally this was his channel description. Watch the Red Poopsie gang and Skullfuck leaderboard. What? I can't say that seriously. Skullfuck. Skullfuck? What the hell, man? What is that really? Oh my gosh, dude, you could have said rape and I would have let that slide. Oh my gosh. But watch the Red Poopsie gang Skullfuck leaderboard players. And essentially they posted a video every time they killed leaderboard players. And they play Team of 4 all the time, really. That's all I saw them play. And they posted a video every time they killed a leaderboard player. They even made a special video called CubeCraft Community Face Reveal, in which I was featured in it. In which I was essentially just this fat guy. It's just this fat guy on a controller. Yeah, man, I'm definitely on a controller. Except for the fact that it's obviously shown in my videos I'm on PC. Come on, man. Really? Still. I don't know, man. That was just hilarious. But essentially, he got to the point where he was doing stuff like threatening to leak IPs. I'm not sure about like doxing in terms of. I mean, it's doxing. I mean, that's still pretty much doxing, leaking IPs. But I think by doxing, I mean like leaking faces, personal information besides IPs. I'm not sure if that was a thing in there, but still, he winded up getting perm banned, which is good, obviously. But I'd say grooming kids is definitely worse. But at the same time, Gara only got a Discord ban. Yes, it was months ago from the whole fact that all those messages I sent were from months ago. Like, all those screenshots I had were from months ago, but still. I don't know, man. I felt like he should have had a more harsh punishment. But alright, I think I've discussed all there is for that subject. And one last thing I have on my list is the game modes. This is going to be really quick to mention. But first off, why the fuck are you adding Magic and Mayhem? Why are you adding Magic and Mayhem? It doesn't make any sense. Why are you adding game modes like that? Who asked for that? Why are we adding bad game modes like that when we can't just be updating the game modes that clearly are in need of updates? But yeah, those are really my thoughts on the whole what CubeCraft's been going through lately, because there's been a lot of things I just haven't liked about the server lately, and yeah. And I do want to say real quick that just because I'm making this video doesn't mean I'm never going to be playing on Cube again, but I just don't like playing it consistently or that much anymore because it's not that fun anymore, man. I just want them to start caring about their server. Because even then, there are so many staff who play Java Edition. And whereas if you logged on to a 1.9 game on Java Edition, well, 1.8's down anyways, I think. And if you logged into a game on Java Edition, chances are it's going to be pretty easy to find a staff member. But whereas, how often do you see a staff member on Bedrock Edition, besides if they're your friend or not? Think about it. But yeah, those are my thoughts, that's feelings and everything. Let me know what you guys think. Like, let me know if there are any issues I didn't mention in this video that you guys have with the server. And also, if there's anything you disagree with on what I mentioned in this video, like the KB or anything. Some of the stuff is just pure facts, and I don't think people can really disagree because these are bugs that blatantly exist. The KB thing I discussed earlier, that can be debated, but keep it civil in the comments. Don't be like, oh my gosh, you're just mad all because you suck at the KB. I'm actually pretty good at the new KB. It's just the fact that I'm getting literally abused with the jump reset thing and the crit abuse. Oh, and also with the side of the versions. So, you know, that's cool. Alright, I think that's it. I'll try uploading more, but no promises. Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm not gonna upload that much. But, alright. Okay, that's it. Thank you all. Bye. Also, sorry if my commentary was pretty shit.